I see you there, perfectly fine. I'm waiting for the YouTube to cooperate with me. So, there it goes. Then you're live, and I see you right there. All right, so they are both functioning.
All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Everybody who's here. We are going to get some stuff done today. I want to add some more darts here. And we're going to be getting back onto that Superman cover. How's your day been, Joe?
You know what? I knew when I woke up today, I was talking to my girlfriend on my way to work, and I told her, I said, I feel like something's going to jump out at me today at work. So I'm just going to go in today with like my eyes wide open and realize that just because it's Friday doesn't mean that like we can slow down and take, like get ready for the weekend. Because no, that's exactly what happened. I was at work for like 10 minutes, and next thing I know, it's ramped up to 11.
That's crazy. So did you have a good day or a bad day?
No, it's never a good day at work. And Ellie says roar, and that looks badass. And then Joseph's here.
What up, Joseph? What up, Ellie? Thank you guys for being here, as always. I just wanted to get a darker tone on the background of this piece. And I think I'm even going to put it up for auction if anybody wants to get some of this.
Get some of this.
You get some of this.
Yep, Joseph, make sure he said hello.
What up, Joseph? You see what I'm doing, Joe?
But honestly, after I got home, everything's been great.
Yeah. That's good. You got a chance to talk to your lady today?
Huh?
You got a chance to talk to your lady today, or you just do that later on?
For like 10 minutes. I talked to her on the way to work this morning, and then I just talked to her for like 2 minutes before I talked to you, and so I'll call her after the show.
That's right.
Hey, Papa Smitty's here too.
Smitty, what up, Smitty?
But my son and I are excited because that band that he and I like, Sleep Token, their new album dropped. So, we've been listening to it like ad nauseum and stuff like that. So.
And what's that band called? Donkey Punch?
No, Sleep Token.
Sleep Token?
Yeah.
It's just as corny.
Oh, they're amazing. Some of the best lyricists around. They say some crazy stuff that it's like, you're like, oh wait, this is the English language. I've just never heard these words put together like this. Thomas Smitty says, what's up, bros?
What up, Smitty? How you doing, man? All right, so I just wanted to get some darker tone on this background, and then we're going.
Over on YouTube, Ashley Bryant says she loves your painting.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get some of these.
Jimmy7694 joined and he shared your stream. So and he says, "Ooh, this is fire."
Thank you. I really want the whitest part on here to be the smoke.
No, I get you. Somebody says, I'm well using my wife's phone to be in here and my phone for Jeffrey's stream. Yeah, I was watching Jeffrey right before I came over here.
So was I. All right. So there's that. I'm going to let that stream. Actually, I'm going to put this up for auction. We got 5 people in here. Let's see if anybody wants to grab this. I think I had it in the buy it now. I might not.
I will look and see if you put it in the buy it now.
I don't think I do.
It is not.
Let's see. Does anybody want me to run this as an auction? This Batman and Robin. It's already signed. I don't think I'm gonna do any more with it because I don't want to ruin a good thing. I think this is pretty good. Look at Robin. Robin looked like he about to put in some work.
Yeah.
And you know what, Joe? Like, look how this came out. Remember, I was
know
kind of
after the stress you put into it originally, it definitely it did a 180.
It did a 180.
Yeah,
it was going the wrong direction.
No, the right direction at first, because I was feeling what you were trying to do the first time, and I thought it was right. Obviously, it wasn't, because look how right it came out now, right?
Yeah. I think I left the cap off on this, so it might be dried out. I might have to try to revive it. And it's my point.
Ellie said your Robin looks awesome, by the way.
Thank you, Ellie. This is my 0.1.
Jimmy says, man, I need this. The one thing I've noticed is, like, because you were talking about using some of that bleed proof, is if you put the bleed proof on and then let it dry and then try to use those Copics over the top, they will work, but they will also coat the tip of your marker, your pin there, so you'll have to clean it off pretty good to get it back to back to normal.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, all right. I've made the mistake several times. So
I'm going to see if I can run this. It didn't say my show ended, right? I just tried to go into it right now. Oh, it was a different one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as far as I can tell, everything's still going.
Mm-hmm. What do you say? Jimmy said, I wish working on buying a house. Gun money is on hold. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Congrats on working on that house, though. Where are you at? Oh, fun money. Fun money is on. Yeah, we know what you meant the first time, brother.
I was going to say gun money. It sounds like he needs to use that, get that gun money. He can go make some other kind of illicit money.
Right.
But Papa Smitty said this is fire. I told you what Papa Smitty told me about those Transformer covers, right?
He said they were trash.
Yes. And then right after he told me they were trash, and I told him, he's like, just so you know, I'm kind of like low key into like the old Transformers. I said, just so you know, I'm absolutely not interested in throwing any Transformers ever again. And he said, just so you know, I want 5 of them. Jimmy says, thanks, man. He's in northern Illinois. So he says he's not that far away from me. I live in the Quad Cities. So.
All right. So I'm going to run this as an auction real quick. This is full watercolor. It's got marker on them and also some watercolor. So I'm going to run that as a auction real quick. I'm going to be doing it as 100. If anybody thinks that they want to get that.
Jimmy says that he grew up west of Freeport. I don't know where that's at.
All right, that's running. But I probably should have did it for a little longer. So as that's running, let's go ahead and get this done.
Easy Chain, welcome in.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
Minutes west to Rockford. Oh, okay. So that's pretty close to where I'm at. So gotta look up where that's at. So I'm not from here. I've only lived here for like 15 years, so I still don't know a lot of areas. So
you said I've only lived here for like 35 years.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like new to the area.
That's crazy. I try not to erase so much so this freaking eraser gets all on the back of the cover. It doesn't work for me. This is why
you're You're using your gum eraser?
Yeah, right now. Just to clean this up. So I want you guys to see how this looks. So I think Superman is looking pretty good.
Okay, yeah, Freeport, I see where that's at. So yeah, I've never been there. So I've been to Rockford a couple of times, but never to Freeport.
All right. I want to do some. Let's see what I can do with this white. I feel like I'm being all sorts of messy right now.
Welcome in, Brown.
Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you're here. I try not to make this too watery.
Just remember, man, you can put that stuff on like watercolor, and you can put it on like in coats, like layers.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if it starts to feel like it's too thin, just like walk away from it and let it like air dry, and then come back to it.
Yeah. I feel like maybe this is the wrong brush though.
Ellie says you're way better at clouds than I am.
Yeah, right.
They gonna need my pet put in aquariums. I can teach you the pills for parable. When I speak, it go deep as a barrier. I can't do hesitation.
Face says, gotta run, fellas. I'll try to be back, but God bless you all. Absolutely, Papa. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Says, did you not see the charm card? I did, and tried to put clouds on it? Question mark.
I think it was all good. I don't remember anything that you've done that was a brick. Unlike me, I feel like I be throwing up bricks.
Well, you and me both do.
Whatever. I don't want to hear nothing out of you, bro. You over there doing amazing with your freaking tech and your mech, all that hard stuff. You're over there doing really good.
Yeah, we'll say that. TJ Cooper, welcome in, man.
Welcome in.
Ellie says, oh, come on, Joe.
I know. I do like the opacity of this.
And like I said, the nice thing about it is it's completely adjustable to what you want to do with it. So you can make it as thin or thick as you want. I've even used it straight out of the, when I first got it, I literally tried it just like on a brush, like straight out of it, and that was, obviously it didn't go too far, but like it was still, even then it was still workable. TJ says, thank you. That Superman is looking great.
Thank you. So, just so you guys kind of know what I'm doing, like, I want the blue cover to still be useful. So I want it to kind of be like some of the maybe midtones. If I can work with this white, but I don't know.
It's coming out, trust me, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. because I've never
like,
used
for
this
example,
before.
see that one cloud that you have like right there over his shoulder?
Uh-huh.
That one looks ideal. So you're getting there. It's you know.
It's just like, don't mess it up.
Yeah, trust the process, man. You'll be fine.
I'm happy to be streaming with you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I mean, this is my happy place. I still have to figure out what I'm going to be drawing tomorrow on my stream, but, you know. I was working like to get like those Transformer covers done, and then I was really working to get this Hulk done. And now that I got them done, I kind of like was like, all right, what's the next thing I'm going to do? So I don't know yet.
So I started on a Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I want to see how that. I want to see what that looks like where it started out at.
I started off with pencils because I don't want it to be a throwaway.
All right. I can agree with you. I would have started with pencils as well. I saw somebody, who was that? Def Shogun earlier today. They were doing a Venom cover that was black, and they were doing the Venom cover in white pencil.
Yeah.
So
and as much as I try, I'm not at his level at all yet.
Well, I was watching it, and he had said something that really struck a chord with me, and that was like he said that he really, really, really enjoys drawing Venom, and that everybody like seems to ask him to draw Venom, and they pay him to draw Venom. And so as long as people are paying him to draw certain characters, he's gonna keep drawing those characters. And I'm like, oh, that's where I'm screwing up at.
Yeah, but we knew that. I told you that since you started Whatnot. I was like, well, it depends on if you want. Do you want to draw for fun or do you want to draw for income? Because if so, you're gonna have to draw the characters that people know and love.
I think I'm gonna keep drawing for fun.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. I can't draw all that same old stuff every week that everybody wants, you know?
Yep. Yes, I do.
I'm gonna say this is if somebody wants the same old, they can go to the cookie cutter artists. When they want something different, they can come to me. It says I draw for fun. If people like it, they will like it. LOL.
But I'm trying to see if I'm going to be offended by what you just said right now.
No, because you should be. You got tons of stuff. Oh no, I was just gonna say something. I decided not to say that.
See, you got tons of crap that people can buy.
I was gonna say, wait, you got tons of stuff nobody buys. You're doing just as well as me. So.
Disrespectful.
But no, dude, you're doing way better than I am. I mean, think about like all your like live shows and stuff you go to. So seriously, you all the live stuff that you do.
Yeah, that's where my money is majority of the time.
Oh my god. Ellie says, I am a cookie cutter half artist, half fun artist. Oh boy, yeah, I probably am a cookie cutter artist. I think you're right. It's just nobody wants to buy my cookies; they're not sweet enough.
Your cookies.
I got to put my cookies on display a little bit more. No. Nobody would definitely buy it. Ellie says you do it to make a little money, but you mostly do it for fun. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. Is if somebody buys my stuff, then all I'm doing with that money anyway is buying more art supplies.
Or buying art from other artists.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still doing. I mean, that's not an unfortunate thing. I'm kind of really happy about that. So I know I just got cards today from Ellie. So I got 2 cards that she sent me. One of them I won at the auction, and one of them she made for me because she took pity on me. So, the pity one was Goliath, which I was happy to get, and the one I won at the auction was Blossom from Powerpuff Girls. That was one of those blind ones where I'm like, just give me number like 8 or whatever it was. And then when she flips it over, that's what I got. I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad because I think Blossom's the one that, like, when she gets older, she's gonna be a little thick.
That was nasty, bro. Sadly, she gonna be thick. But that's not even the version that you got. So you got that.
Yeah, I still got the infant one, so I can't think about her yet. I gotta wait for her.
That's crazy.
Over on YouTube, John gives you 2 fist bumps and 100 for this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I honestly doing this stuff. It keeps me off the streets and off the crack. So, Kate just joined. Welcome in, Kate.
Okay.
Kate's here. I'm gonna stop talking about the crack. She says, "Hello, crackhead."
It's all Joe.
She said, "Haha, right on time."
Right on time. Thank you guys for being here. Honestly, I appreciate it.
All right, Kate. Kate's here. You know what that means? I can finally tell her my vasectomy horror story.
No.
No, the only thing I was going to tell her about it was I had to have surgery, and we were talking about how veiny her forearms were, and she said even with how veiny they were, for some reason they can't ever seem to draw blood from her correctly, and so they will like blow out her veins and stuff. And I remember when they were prepping me for surgery, on my left hand, they were like, oh, well, we got to put this IV in. I'm like, well, just, I know I have a really good vein up here, like in my elbow area. And they're like, no, we're going to put it in the top of your hand. And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. And they ended up like blowing out the vein in the top of my left hand. So they decided, like, you know what, we'll just go to the right hand. And then they couldn't find it correctly in the right hand, and I could feel the needle that they were using going way up into my forearm past like my wrist. And I'm like, you know what? You need to stop. The funny thing is both of these ladies were like, you know what? We're gonna get somebody who's a little bit more experienced at this than we are, and see what they say. This older lady came over, and she's like, oh, just put it right here in the elbow. I'm like,
in the elbow.
Yes, like right up here, like like right where your arm bends. So that was strike 2, by the way. Strike 1 was when I went in and I literally, like, the nurse pulled out my folder and, they kind of quiz you as to, like, why you're there, and to make sure that, like, we're all on the same page. And so they said, she's like, okay, so why are you here? I'm like, what does my chart say? And she's like, I'm guessing kidney stones. I'm like, no. You guys don't even have a clue. So.
She said, I'm guessing kidney stones?
That's exactly what she was. She was totally guessing. I'm like, you're going after the stones, but not the ones in my kidneys. So yeah, I've only had like my veins and like my ever like blown out like twice, and that was once. But it reminded me of like when Kay was talking about it for her stuff. Kay says taking my manhood away. They're still there. They're just not as useful as they once were. Besides, I figured, like, at my age, the last thing I need is to have another kid by mistake. Not that they're a mistake-ish, but, these, Kate says, also, these clouds are, oh boy.
Mm.
She's saying so, but I'm thinking she meant something else. But she's got the OK symbols, a bunch of them.
Thank you, Kay. Because if I was dependent on Joe, I would be offended.
Oh, she said chef's kiss. No, I told you, dude. I said they were starting to look really, really good. I mean, I told you that you just gotta trust the process, but you're figuring it out really, really, really fast.
I think, either they're going to look like they're clouds or they're not. That's
Well,
it.
so far they're looking very cloudy.
Thank you.
And
But
Kay, he was using the bleed-proof white, just so you know.
yeah, okay. I'm using the bleed-proof white. The only issue that I'm having is I'm probably using the wrong brush. But this was the brush that I started with when I took the bleed-proof out of the bottle. So I figured I would just keep it.
And she says less paint is more for clouds.
Exactly.
And she said yes, if you have a round brush, that's better.
Yeah, I know.
Because with a round brush, you can fit it in a square hole.
I like how it covers up the ink too, though. You understand?
Yes, I do. I told you, once I started using that stuff, I was like, oh, I'm never going back. I like the way this stuff just happens.
Makes me feel
Kay
good.
says, but square brushes are surprisingly versatile. I will absolutely agree with you on that. Is that a gouache? It's not labeled as a gouache, the bleed proof. Realistically, it's almost like an extraordinarily thick watercolor, but not gouache. When it comes in a bottle of the stuff, it's it fits like in your in your hand. So she says it's gouache thing. I don't know if it's really what they would really quantify it as. But I mean, I've seen this. He says because gouache is the only thing that has this kind of coverage. You know what? It's not. You should try looking for it. I'll send you a picture of it, and you could get it. You could use it. And you would probably be the best one to educate us. She says, does it have a matte finish?
I would say yeah.
Ish, kind of, maybe.
Right.
And she says, yeah, send it to me. I'll do it right now. Okay.
Do you want to see what the bottle looks like?
Yeah, go ahead and show her the bottle, and I'll take a picture of it and send it to her. She says, I can SS it. Or screenshot it. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, it doesn't actually say on there, what it technically is. So.
Did you screenshot it? Should have been long enough.
I went ahead and sent her a picture of it anyway.
Yeah, because you.
She says, okay, I believe this is similar to an acrylic ink. Acrylic ink would be very, very close to it. I've got some ink around here, but I don't think any of it's acrylic. She says, got it. My Dr. Martens is known for that. All I know is it's fantastic stuff. I love it. So it comes out wider than my paper. So like if I ever want to be like a real bright spot, I don't have to do the the watercolor thing where okay, I don't put any color on there. I can actually cover everything in color and then come back and use this stuff here to do my pops of color or white. She says, yeah, it's like platinum, it's perfect for highlights. And she says, sick, I love their inks. Yeah, they're really, I've got a bunch of them. I also got some ones by Bombay. Because, I bought a bunch of the Dr. Martin ones for the iridescent inks. So I bought a bunch of those because I wanted to kind of cover with those a little bit. Sometimes when I'm feeling frisky, I kind of like to paint with the ink or like add them because I don't know, they're just a little bit different and like using like other stuff.
So I wonder what happens if I just apply water to it after it's like, can I soften it?
Probably, depending on how long it's been sitting.
Let's see. Maybe I can.
Ellie says, did I tell you after a month that person for the Goku finally said they aren't going to be able to get it? Nope, you did not say anything about that. So, and that really kind of sucks.
Heck yeah, that sucks. So it does soften up.
Yeah, I know Dee and I were talking about something similar like that after we had talked about like potentially something like that happening to you because Dee was like talking about how I think he's like at least getting half up front for some of his stuff, unless it's somebody he really, really, really knows well. Kay says that's the worst, but don't let it get you down. Learn from it and remember that someone else will buy it and it's their loss. And I think Ellie, you told me like this is like only like the third or fourth time this has happened to you, but you told me like more than like 500 items. And in my opinion, and I could be completely wrong because honestly you're the seller, not me. I would think 3 or 4 times out of 500 is a pretty good batting average. And honestly, it's Goku, so honestly, at some point, somebody's gonna buy it. Yeah, I guess if you did non-refundable deposits, then people would be more inclined to actually come up with, the rest of the money, right?
You would think, right? All right, so I'm using just a little water to kind of soften up some of these like rough edges.
Right.
I think it's working.
It looks like it's working on our side. And
Okay.
then Ellie says that it also glows, so that should help.
That's something I want to get into.
I'm sorry, what?
That's something I do want to get into, but everyone's kind of doing it right now, so I might wait for a little bit. I don't want to
Over on
hop on a
YouTube,
bandwagon.
Driste Yadva said, "Wow, I am from India," and they said hi.
Hi.
So people from India are watching your stuff. So Kay says, I've learned not to start anything anyone asks to until I get a payment because people always talk and ask, and especially when I get new, I felt obliged. Yeah, I trust me, Kay, I understand that one. And Kate then says, yeah, same D. I've always had fluorescence, and it's too popular right now.
I'm saying I want to do it, but then I don't because it's kind of saturated right now.
You know what? And I have no reason, me personally, for buying anything like that because I don't have any black lights in my house, so it's not going to do anything special for me. So, but I mean, some people are like, I know people buy those black light posters and stuff like that because that's the kind of thing that they're into. They enjoy that stuff. But Kay says, "LOL, the same." Get a bunch of black lights and lava lamps. Oh. Yeah, Kay says, I don't have any real black lights, just the UV lights I use to work on panels. But yeah, I don't have anything like that. I have like one like little bitty flashlight that has like UV kind of stuff in it, but it's for like hardening a resin that I have that you use UV light to harden. So.
I think I'm gonna finish up with this because, like Kay said, less is more.
Ellie says that she has a mini UV black light that came out of her kid's detective set. And then Kay said, I tried to do RGB painting when it was light activated art, and based on the RGB spectrum, I would paint specific images overlapping each other. And she says it makes it move. Weird.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you guys, with what you're seeing right now, does his skin tone look okay, or does it look like too light? Should I risk going over it?
Me personally, I think his skin tone looks fine. It almost looks like he's staying in a shadow, though.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Which I don't have a problem with, but that's just me.
Right.
Ellie says glitter pens do not glow. Just saying. Ellie says no, it's perfect. Kay says this looks awesome, but his skin is a little bland now compared to the clouds.
Right. The clouds do look super bright.
Yes, they do. Perhaps some highlights in his face? Question mark. Or in his hair.
See, that's what I was hoping that the blues would be good for, but I didn't. I underestimated how bright white that white would actually look.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good, but I might have to. I might have to circle and come back to that because, somehow, no hand.
No, that's all right. Just you can probably soften it with the water and then pull it up. Just use like I said, put some. Or like Kay says, paint it black again. Think about values. Just add one sliver of white in the blue. BG Customs, welcome in.
What up? What up? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna let this dry because I don't want to keep picking up.
Yeah, that stuff will dry pretty quick, but yeah, it's pretty good stuff though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. I see a main value done, the shadow, but lacking a bit of highlight.
On the skin or the hair?
You never know. Maybe all of it.
Maybe all of it.
She says the hair.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I could fix that. All right.
Maybe even his blue suit.
So, you guys probably won't be able to see that, but I started like a sketch on this.
Kay says, ooh. And then Kay says like a lighter shade of blue. And Kay says, I see that. Yeah, like once you take it out of the bag, I can see it a lot better.
All right. So.
You gonna bust up the bleed proof for this?
Heck no, not starting off. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if maybe I can use just a white pencil.
That'd be cool. Cousin Yeti, welcome in.
Welcome in. Welcome to the chat. This is still super rough. Start with your darker turns first, just in case. On what, like the. I'm kind of backtracking in the combo. What do you mean, Kay?
Well, I think she's basically saying, like, instead of you starting with a white pencil on this, maybe start with like a gray pencil and then go over, or like a dark gray, because you got your Prismacolors, I'm assuming. So you're probably gonna have a couple of different values of gray, and so you can start with your darkest gray, and then move up until you can use the white, and then once you start using like because you're gonna also do the fire, so the fire is gonna be different colors too, so that could be super cool.
I still haven't really decided exactly how I'm going to.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you straight facts. In my opinion, if you did like a blue fire on him, like that would look sexy on that cover. Yeah, start with the darker tones first, just in case, and then Kay said the same thing. Ooh, yeah, because everybody else is doing like the red and the orange fire and stuff like that. You doing that blue fire? That's gonna be, honestly, if you think about like that Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage, that first one, for a hot second, that movie when his flames turned blue or something like that, that was, yeah, like Kay is picking up on that same thing. She says black on blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, blue on black.
I do like that idea.
And then you can like hit like that blue with a little bit of a white, like highlight on that stuff. That thing looks super fun. Blue, feel like blue, man. Kay is like on my wavelength. Sorry about that, Kay. I'll get back in my corner. Kay says, haha, I'm coming for your job, Joe. I'm pretty sure that Dee would be okay with that, so.
Nah, you my buddy. Why would I be?
This is gonna look super slick.
We hope.
I don't even have to hope. I already know it. I'm gonna make a Ghost Rider reference here. I can feel it in the bones. Anyway, Kate says, haha, he actually can't be without you.
No, I can't.
Sure.
Joe.
He can. He can try. He's done before.
It was a crash and burn.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So I'm just using this white pencil right here to kind of like, I don't know, like,
Yeah, I do understand. I'm trying to get like something down so you can recognize what you're doing.
Yeah, especially if I'm gonna be hitting this with blue and all that other stuff, y'all underestimate how poor of an artist I am.
Whatever.
Y'all really feel like I'm as great as I feel like I am.
Here we go.
So overall, Joe, your day was good?
Yeah, and honestly, as bad as my day possibly could have been, as soon as I get on here with you guys and I get to talk to you and draw with you, and Kay shows up and Ellie's there and everybody else, Jeffrey, honestly, this is the best place in the world for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to get something down here.
Checking YouTube.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Too quiet.
Yep. That's because I'm doing something.
How dare you?
All right. Just so you know, tomorrow, theoretically, those pins I was just talking about, they should be arriving to you.
They should be what?
Arriving to you.
To me?
Yep.
Damn, Joe. This is why I'll never trade you for another.
Well, I want you to try them out. So, in case, like, oh, there's some really cool, like, white gel ink pens. I have, like, never found any that have done me solid until Ellie recommended these to me, and I started using them the other day, and I was actually amazed that, like, I'm like, holy crap, these work. She's like, yeah, that's true. I love using gel pens, but some of them suck. You know, some of them just straight up suck. So I know a lot of people that use like those. Oh, let's see, I bought different ones. Oh, which ones are these? The Uniball Signos, those are trash. What are these other ones I've got? The jelly rolls, those are trash. So I got some other ones that are super generic. I bought at Hobby Lobby. They were trash. She said, yeah, they were particular was they were extra creamy, and in elementary school I was obsessed. She says, I'm trying to remember, but I think it was Papermate. Okay. Yeah, like I said, these ones here are called GETH pen, GETH pen, and they're on Amazon. I literally just sent like a set of like 6 or 7 of them, maybe whatever it was, to Anthony, and they were like $6. He's like, have you tried Posca markers? Yeah, I have Posca markers. I have the Poscas. I use the Poscas, but you know, I don't want to use the Poscas on everything because they're a larger pin for me. Even though I have like the smallest one available, it's still a larger pin. So the nice thing about these Def pins that I got is they come in 3 sizes. They have a 0.6, a 0.8, and a 1. Do you ever use them with a water brush? Nope. What is a water brush?
You said, what is a water brush?
Yeah, is that one brush that, like, you know, like it's like got the water in the handle?
Yeah, it's a reservoir, and the water
I got
goes
one of
in.
those somewhere. I've been looking for it. I don't know what I did with it, so I'll probably end up having to buy another one because ever since I've been watching Joey Lee fart around with his and do like inking with it, I've been like low key wanting to try that. Kate says it's a hollow brush that you fill with water and you can squeeze it for water control. Yeah, I like I said, I had one of those, and I know I had one because my mom actually bought one for me because she's like, if you want to get a watercolor here, and I'm like, all right, I'll give this a shot, Mom. And I'll be damned if I know what I did with it. She said, but if you use the water brush with the Posca, they act like acrylics and blend seamlessly. Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of different like pins and stuff like that with like the Poscas. They act like watercolors. Yeah, that. I bought these ones that are called Artistro off of Amazon. They were like a 3 or 4 pack of like these acrylic pins that you have to shake up, and just like the Poscas, but they have like an extra fine tip. And they were okay, but they're not that great. So, I don't that. Right. Not bad. But hey, you know what? You tried something new, so I did. But it was like that your fault. Yeah. Just wait till you have to poop later, and it just comes out real easy. That's right. Oh, sorry. My son was talking about like this new sandwich that he got. He's like, oh my god, it had like all this oil and vinegar and oregano, and that's why. So just wait till you poop later. That stuff will slide right on out. Anyway, Kay says, so D, what's your commission queue right
now? I have Joe's. I have a Witchblade. I have technically Smitty's. But Smitty is still working on that spawn, so I'm not gonna get too far into anything else until that's
complete. And realistically, Kay, if you wanted something, my stuff can easily be put on hold.
It would not, though. My wife,
I know. But tell your wife that like other people are more important than me. That Kay says, are you doing sketch cards?
Yeah, I could do sketch cards. I can very easily.
I was thinking about doing some sketch cards tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, for my show, I was thinking about doing a Power Man Iron Fist.
Power Man Iron Fist?
Yeah. Kay says, wait, sorry, what about your wife?
Oh, she writes for Joe, so she be telling me like, yo, get his stuff done, which is, she's right. I don't want him to feel like I'm taking advantage of it or anything like that. Nor does she, So
the whole thing, 2K, is I'm totally cool with him taking his time, because I paid for everything in advance, and I told him, I said this is at his leisure, because I know what he can do, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do with this character. But if other stuff pops up, I mean, I'm an artist just like he is. I understand that sometimes sometimes things happen. So I am totally okay with waiting because I just want to see him succeed. Kay says, I'm also never rushing, just keep me in line for a sketch card later.
Okay.
Although, Kay, you know what you could do? You could at least give an idea what you're looking for a sketch card. You have something specific in mind already, or are you just kind of spitballing still? He says pardon is what? No, I'm just curious if you had like a specific idea of what you would want for a card, or if you're still kind of come up with the idea of what you want. Oh, she loves turtles. Mikey's her favorite.
Mikey seems to be everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I think I've got to work on this one sometime before October. That's got an April O'Neil and a Mikey. You think Mikey? I'm just curious because I don't know the lore. Do you think Mikey was the last Ronin?
I think he was supposed to have been. I think that was the whole. That was
Like
the twist.
the dark story arc.
Yeah,
Because
like it was Mikey. That's what I heard, at least.
I'm spitballing here. I have no idea. I just was thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. So if it was going to be one of them, which one would be the most tragic? It would be him.
Yeah, being the last one.
Yeah, being happy-go-lucky and like always never really taking things too seriously, and then when the rest of them all get wiped out, he's all that's left. Yeah, Kay is crying her eyes out. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna write that down. Not that Kay's crying her eyes out. I just an idea for myself for later. Yeah, I really want to get 5 minutes to myself. I'm gonna start doing that one picture for myself, and then if somebody else wants to pay me for it, then good for them. I want to do that last Ronin / Wolverine cover, or not cover, but picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could be super cool because I think if in the right context, if it was done like in a dark setting, like she says, the imagery of the last Ronin silhouette in the moonlight. Oh, Katie, you were so close to what I was thinking about. I was thinking about because like in some of Wolverine's like past, like he does like this stuff in China. I'm sorry, China, Japan. And so I thought about him doing like the kind of like having like that kind of samurai kind of an outfit thing going on slightly, and at the same time like the last Ronin kind of having his thing, but then in the background is silhouetted like those pagoda kind of silhouettes of the buildings with like the night sky and a big full moon. So absolutely. Anyway, that's my mind's eye. I mean, whether or not it shows up on paper like that is another thing. Absolutely, Kate. See, this is why I like just talking about art.
I feel it. I should have did more of this sketch because I'm still kind of figuring things out. So
But still, it's already starting to look super cool, dude.
Yeah, it makes me quiet up a little bit. I'll be quiet over here.
Kay says, guys, take 5 seconds to roll your shoulders back and look up and take a breath.
Oh, you're worried about our ergonomics?
Oh, I'm going to tell you what, I got to listen to her more often because it probably helped me out a lot. The way my shoulders and back have been treating me lately. Last week was really hard because I was at the table so much. So yeah. One of these days, I'm going to treat myself to go get a massage.
You should.
And I don't mean like a happy ending kind. I mean like a real one, something I can actually get some use out of.
I think you can get a use out of that too, though.
Yeah, but I prefer to have like something like really work my neck over so it stops hurting so much. Kay says, always, I just had a massage. My therapist said my shoulders are hunching. So necessary. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? This is actually erasing on this black cover pretty good.
Hey, you know what? That's a win.
It is. How's it looking?
So far, so good, dude.
Yeah? Because, I'd be nervous.
I'm not BSing you this time.
This time?
This time. I'm not going to talk about the last time.
You said you wouldn't talk about it.
That's right. I'm not talking about it. guess I gotta pack up that drawing of that book and put them in a bag or something for tomorrow.
Which one? What are you talking about?
They get a Transformers one and that Destro Baroness picture. Those are going tomorrow night to my D&D session because that's where my friends are at that are getting those. And then so that's tomorrow night. And then yeah. And then I gotta do that. I still gotta do whatnot tomorrow. I'll bust out a sketch probably first thing in the morning or late tonight. So I don't feel quite so stressed on that. Welcome in, Rob Squash.
Welcome in, bro. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the convo. All of that. You're
How's that gleam light of the Superman drawing?
I'm gonna check right now.
What kind of white pencil are you using?
Just Castle Arts. I ordered these off of Amazon, I believe. So it's just a white color pencil.
Those straight packs, that pencil's gonna be phenomenal. So because if you can do the blue and white fire because of how that pencil kind of looks on that cover, that could really give some cool like steam / smoke effects.
Yeah. That's not looking too bad. All right, so
I don't think so.
Superman. He had some white in his hair. I might do with this because it's thinner.
And it's probably maybe a little bit more controllable.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to I actually don't know what I'm gonna do. It's so this blue cover, it is kind of hard to work on. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's not as easy as I thought it would be because it's such a light blue. I didn't think it would be as hard as it is.
Welcome back, Joseph. Welcome in, Dudu.
Welcome in. Believe it or not, this is actually writing too. I want to squeeze it, but I don't want it to overbleed.
Right. Joseph says this looks Superman.
Yeah, I see what you did there. I'm not ready to do his hair yet.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Yeah, no. I thought against that real quick. Listening to Kay. She gonna have me out here ruining sketch covers. So I'm working on a ghostwriter, and then I thought I would be working on a Vampirella. But what do you guys think? You guys have any suggestions of another sketch cover I should do?
Give me a second here, because Kay, when you had mentioned Kay's name, she said, "Wait, what? What happened?" So,
Oh, I said because I was about to do his hair, and then right at the end, I kind of
he veered off
real quick. I said, yeah, you know.
I think you should try to. I think you should try to bust out one of those Transformer covers.
Why you just did a transform? I got to give some distance because you killed it. I'm not ready to take that on.
Yet.
Not yet. Almost, but not yet.
Almost.
Hmm. I do like how this is becoming a multimedia. I need some more to come out though.
You know what? What if you did like one of your X-Men covers and you did like a Psylocke with the, with like the pink energy katana?
That would be good.
Could be, yeah. And in case says, yeah, it's cool. Start to tuck that stuff up like Joey does.
We don't need that. I pushed the button and a whole dot came out.
Yeah, I've done that like a bunch. That's why it's like Oscars are cool, but they're unpredictable.
Yeah. It's like, what are you supposed to do with that?
Use them in areas like that. And in cases, I hate it when that happens. Yeah, it sucks. She said use a brush. Yeah, I've seen people do that too. And you can probably do that. Like take that white stuff,
Yeah.
and like off to the side, and get one of your small round brushes. That'd probably be ideal. God, Kenny is brilliant tonight.
Tonight, she's brilliant every night.
I know, but it's just like I'm watching her play ball tonight, man. Every time she's at the plate, she hits a home run.
What's her?
She's like, yeah, same idea as the water brush, but she says she's hit like this because she's high. So, and she just ate a bunch.
Bella Rockin', I think her name Rochin. She does that a lot. Break up this because that highlight was a little too bright. It was kind of irritating me.
What'd you have for dinner, Kay?
Okay. Mary had a young man and he was easy on the boat. I want to learn to walk on water, I just want to buy a boat. I know I've always had a problem just doing what I'm told. God squeezed in my face, but it's a different kind of cold. If you a dog, then I'm a god. Don't even bother. I left the dark side and then my father. It turns out that I'm a skywalker. I get the kids high without the chopper. Dummies, the whole tribe.
I guess she's not listening, but that's all right.
Life put me in the dirt and I forgot to thank you. Cause then it led me to the church and I don't mean to say that.
Did you guys eat dinner yet?
I did, yeah. We actually did. So Jeremiah came home a little sick. He's not, yeah, he got like a little fever. And hopefully it's not anything bad. He only gets fevers when he's really fighting something off.
No, I get you. Kay says, oh man, I had leftovers from earlier. My bestie and I went to an elevated Vietnamese restaurant, and we had this wicked sweet soy and sesame fried tofu with I'll take your word on it. I would try it, but then she says, no, the weather's changing. It's bound to feel effects from that being a kid and playing outside. My girlfriend, she's been like sick for a couple of days, and so last night I told her, I said, look, you've been sick, and you've been like, telling me that your throat's all shitty, so why don't you just go to urgent care, not to be stupid. She went to urgent care, she has like a, what do you call it, strep throat.
And
half of her family has strep, and that's who she got it from, and the other half have that neurovirus. So I told her, I said, you know what, maybe you should like stay at home and like not do a family function this weekend. She says, my allergies get me so sick to the point of fever, like flu. That's exactly where I'm at right now. I know I sound congested because my nose is completely stuffed up, but it's because I hate fever.
That's what we're hoping is not wrong with Jeremiah. Like, we don't want him to have strep.
Yeah, no, I get like low grade fevers whenever I get like this too, and it drives me crazy. But for me, that's all it is it's just like, it's just hay fever. Give his allergy pills, and I don't know. I wish mine worked like that. CXS, welcome in, man.
CX. You're catching us in the middle of a few things right now.
He says, damn, bro.
Damn, that's garbage.
Is that milk water?
Cotton Pearl. I think I hit him with an E-double-O.
CXS says, straight ass.
Yeah.
That's ass with dingleberries.
So we wrapping up with this one. I finished this one. I just add some more fog or smog in there. We started this. I'm still working on that, but we're working on that.
He said, gay ass and gay.
Gay.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, Chunk. Is there any reason why? I mean, this is exactly why I love hanging out here. Oh, and then for some reason her message is muted, but it just says Chang with an asterisk. She says, "What? It's black? That's not even racist." Yeah, it's not. So, it says that yo, I did a Rick and Morty Pulp Fiction sketch cover. I'm gonna send to you. That sounds dope.
Shoot it over. Me and Joe need something to laugh about.
That's correct. He said he sent it to me as well. Sweet.
The hell you send it to him for? He ain't nobody.
Probably because he wants to flex. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty slick. That's really funny too. That's super funny. That is great. Did you do that at the commission, or did you just do it?
He said, "Who's paying for this?"
For his inventory. That's good. Welcome in, Lacey.
Welcome in.
I will be honest with you. I've never seen an episode of Rick and Morty.
No.
So I keep wanting to, but even some of the programs I'm supposed to be sitting down and watching with my kid, I'm behind on. When I get home, the last thing I do is turn on the TV. You know, I just have so many other things to do. You know.
Yeah.
Especially now that grass is growing and stuff like that. It seems like half the time I'm outside mowing or weed eating or doing something for my mom's plants or her garden or something like that. So, CSS says my covers haven't been selling, but I've been getting busy with sketch cards. You know what? Go where you can get some money, right? As long as you're okay with it.
I thought you was selling out. That's why I wasn't getting any sales. I was like, man, CX has got to be doing work. Him and CMV.
CX says, yep, I'm honored people want my art.
And I hate it. Barely touches.
This is happening. This is the second time tonight. CX says, D, how much are your cards?
So if I'm just doing a sketch card, it's $20 full color.
Hey CX, I know I had sent you the front of that comic I did for the Transformers earlier this week. I just sent you what the back looks like. Because they had a front and back, so. Ellie came back.
Welcome back, Ellie.
CXS says, bet I'll have to pick one up to wipe my nose with. LOL. Check it out.
Yes.
I read it said something very similar earlier, except it was a different orifice.
I should have charged then.
So I sent Kay the same pictures just so she didn't feel like she was left out of the conversation. Welcome in, Jessica.
Welcome in. How's that looking?
I think it's looking pretty good, dude.
Okay.
CXS says, check your order speed.
Oh, my man. Did you do something? You bought something?
I don't know. Didn't show up on my side.
Let me look. You might have. You got a card. Who do you want?
How do you guys see? You know what? I wonder if it's because I'm on the computer. So.
Well, it would normally pop up. Like if I'm watching someone, it would pop up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't pop up for me, so.
Just let me know who you think you want.
See, it says I want a Gert from I Hate Fairyland
Gertrude?
Over a dead Care Bear.
Yes. Yes. I Hate Fairyland. I'll definitely do that. It won't be on stream though. I'm trying to get some of this other stuff done. But I definitely got you, bro. I wouldn't even have made you pay right now. I would have done it first. But it's alright. It's alright. I'll get you set up.
Inner 300, welcome in.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. All right. So as far as the highlights going on Superman,
It says bloody AF and take your time. If you need to send me the shipping label, that's cool too.
oh heck yeah. Thank you, Rival.
Yep, at some point I'm gonna start on his Doctor Strange too. Man, I got stuff to draw, so it's not like I'm gonna be bored anytime soon. That's the one thing about this place is it keeps me entertained at least.
I like that bleed proof white. That mess is like super vibrant.
Yes, I told you, like I said, I love that stuff, especially when I'm trying to like create like a shine, and it's perfect. You know, because you can kind of like dilute it a little bit, you know, like how Kay was saying, you know, you can go really heavy in like in an area, and then come back with it with like some of the white and kind of thin it out, and then kind of like so that shine looks really really hot and heavy, like right in the center, and then kind of softens out.
Mm-hmm.
Shiksa says, I gotta hit the sack. Got an early show at 6 a.m. Joe, hit me up with a few of your favorite characters. Oh boy. Ed Geoffrey is rating with a party of 4.
Good. Thank you for the raid, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh boy, Palace Mini, Custom Cut, Geoffrey, and Black's Market popped in here, and Custom Cut says, heck yeah, D Graves.
Heck yeah. My man Triple C, what's up? I'm glad you guys are here. We're just we're working on some stuff. I'm trying to make it happen, Captain. Chilling. Triple C makes me think he's a wrestler, just like Triple H. Did you like Triple H, Joe?
He's funny. I mean, honestly, in real life, I think he's funny. I didn't really follow a lot of wrestling when I got older. I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My dad loved it, but honestly, like as I got older, I kind of really fell away from it. But he's actually the Triple H guy. I know he's actually very smart, and he's actually really business savvy. And I've seen him and listened to him in a couple of different interviews, and I have like nothing but mad respect for the guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Geoffrey says I didn't like him in Blade 3, LOL. Yeah, he wasn't much of an actor. I mean, there. So.
I mean, wrestling is never mind. I don't know if there's some wrestling fans.
Yeah. Spoiler for everybody. Cousin says, bro, did you get a Black Ghost Rider cover?
I did, bro. I started just doing some sketching on it. I have 2 of them, so I'm going back and forth. Back and forth.
Plus, if you think about Triple H, like back in the Blade 3 time frame, he was still learning. He was still early on in his career, so of course he wasn't 2018 question mark or 2019 question mark?
Marvel Variant Edition. I don't know.
Custom Cut says, how did you pick those up?
I feel like I got them from Leap Slayer, maybe.
Custom Cut says, took me forever to find one.
You know who else sent me one? Snake Harris. He sent me like a care package, and in there was a few different covers, one of which was the Ghost Rider. You're having issues finding them? Are they hard to find?
Custom Cut says, so cool.
I feel like the marker that I used to do this red, bro, was working against me. Like it wasn't even, which is why I had to do the darker one. You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't really working with me.
Custom says, I finally got one, but I can't wait to cut
it. Yeah. I'm excited to see what you did. What did you put on there? Did you go crazy with Ghost Rider? Did you kind of do something chill? Your work is always crazy anyway, but sometimes I know you keep the artwork simple so you could do a lot with the cutting.
Custom Cut says, nothing yet.
Oh, nothing yet. Feel like it's getting dark over here. Can you guys see all right?
Yeah, we can see all right, but it's definitely getting dark.
It's getting darker, huh? Sometimes I have to write it out because when I turn on the office lights, it's right above me, so it starts affecting the way I see like the graphite and stuff.
Yep.
Good old Kal-El right here. You remember I keep telling you that I be wanting to use my color pencils and then I don't.
Yep.
All right. See if I can go back to this. I be looking at this on my phone, but the chat be in the way. Let me swipe over. I gotta get rid of it so I could just see what it looks like for you guys.
Jim Smith Art, welcome in. Larkin, welcome in. And if any of you guys are interested, there's tons of great art in the bins, you know.
Definitely check the bins.
Absolutely.
Definitely check the
crazy,
bins.
Talk to Dave. He'll open up his commissions probably. You know, just converse a little bit.
Only if you want your mind blown by some dope stuff.
That's correct.
What time do you want to start your show tomorrow? Because with Jeremiah getting sick, I don't think we're going to be doing the football game.
I have like 1:30 my time set, so that's like 11:30 your time.
Yeah, it is.
we'll leave it right now because, let's see how Jeremiah feels in the morning, right?
Yeah. I hate doing chains. This is why Spawn doesn't get a lot of chains. He's all about chains, but
yeah, I know.
I don't be trying to do the chains like that for Spawn. Just because.
Cuts seriously chains for fun.
Yeah, no, they can be fun, but I don't have them down packed yet. So I still feel like I'm a little more freaked out about them than I should be. You know?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I never really enjoyed them. He says, gotcha.
Yeah. The curse that I have is all of my friends are great freaking artists, and
So
I'm
you fit
still.
right in?
Wow. All right, I'll give you that. That was cool. That was cool, bro.
That's the kind of crowd you want to be a part of, right?
It is.
That idea where, like, if you hang out with 6 million, you'll be the seventh. But if you hang out with like 6 millionaires, at some point you'll be the seventh.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out with a bunch of great artists, and you're probably going to be a great artist. That's why I hang out with who I hang out with. Kevin said I dig hanging out with artist types. Same here. Honestly, like Kay was mad talking earlier, just like about like all kinds of art stuff and everything else, and it was really getting like just like that creative juices flowing. That's what I like best about this platform is talking to everybody who can get their creative minds just going in the right direction.
Now that I think about it, I haven't caught one of Custom's streams in a minute.
Well, I can catch them once in a while. When I can, sometimes they're on when I'm at work and I can't really catch anybody. So I try, like when I'm at lunch or whatever it is, I try to downstairs and, say hi to people, but it's not always easy.
Have you been traveling, Custom?
Do what?
Has Customs been traveling, huh? Or no?
I don't know about that.
You been traveling, Custom? Because I feel like I haven't seen your show in a minute.
He said not lately.
You ain't blocked me, did you?
I don't think anybody blocks you. They usually just block me.
Sometimes they're like, well, if I block one, I gotta block the other.
He says he's doing 2 shows tomorrow. Which means that that means probably my one show will be in conflict. So I'll probably have to look at that and see what has happened. Man. Let's see. Because I did one day and one was hey, Custom, are your shows scheduled tomorrow? Oh, he says he's doing it right now. Okay, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't see anything scheduled for tomorrow. I'm like, he definitely blocked me.
I just wanted that chain to be in there.
Bought my son a bowling ball today. Bought my son a bowling ball today.
A bowling ball?
Yeah, a bowling ball. He likes bowling lately, and so I decided, you know what, I think we get a bowling ball, and then this way he can't complain that he doesn't have one that doesn't fit him. So I got a custom fit for him and all that stuff, so it's perfect for him.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, he's actually super excited about it. He can't wait to try it out.
Yeah.
And then I told him, I told him, I said, next time I get paid 2 weeks, I said, I'll try to get myself one. And then, because he's always wanted to go bowling at least once a week. And I'm like, I'm all right with that. I like bowling. I suck at it, but I like bowling. You know, sometimes it's just whatever time you can spend with your kid, right?
Yeah, heck yeah. I get you. All right, so my light is like trash now.
Custom Cut says I don't block great artists, which means, yeah, he did block.
Look at that. Starting off good. All right, you guys. Who's streaming right now so I can raid someone? I have a few other things that I need to do.
Apple is going. Leaf Slayer is going. CMB is going.
CMB?
Yeah. CMB. That's who I go with.
Hey Siri, turn on the office lights. So look at some of the covers that we finished up with. Here's one. What cover was this? I think this might have been like 12.
I think you said that one was 13.
That was 13?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said that one was 13.
This is the newest one.
It says so cool.
And then the Superman one.
So
I'm liking the way this is coming out.
15 now.
15?
Yeah.
We're trucking along. I like this one. I think Damien.
I'll tell you what, if you could sell all 15 in one show, your wife would love you.
Heck yeah, that's the goal. I'm trying to get all these finished up for my show.
It says number ? Basically, it's just like how many covers he's done. Period.
Yeah. So custom, the one me and you did, that was my number 2. That was my second cover. And then from there, I think I did a Superior Spider-Man, or did I do Magic?
So I think Superior Spider-Man was before Magic. No.
Yeah. No, I think Magic might have been.
I think Magic was first, and then Superior Spider-Man.
Right, and then after Superior Spider-Man, I think I did Swamp Thing.
Right.
And then I did another Swamp Thing. Yeah. And then the 7th one was it Spawn? Because I think I did Spawn, and then I did yes, Spawn was 7. Martian Manhunter was 8.
Okay.
No, I think I'm off because I feel like Black Panther was 10. Oh, because I did the Mummy. Yeah, so I did Spawn.
Right. Yeah, you did the Mummy, right?
Martian Manhunter, The Mummy, and then Black Panther. Let me show you my Black Panther. I don't know if Custom Cut saw it.
He says that he's done his 200th is coming up, and he thinks he's going to do a special show for that.
200? Heck yeah.
200.
I thought I had.
You know what? That's exactly what he needs to do, Custom. He says, do you have a list written down, question mark? No, he does not. He needs to. But I guess realistically, that's what I should be doing.
Right. I should have a list, but
Custom he has a spreadsheet.
I have pictures. That's it, of all the ones that I've done.
You know, then you could at least look at the timeline and what you did.
Yeah.
And then you could say exactly which ones were first and second and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just like Custom Cut, you can create yours, like a list, so this way you don't have to even question yourself anymore.
Heck yeah. All right, so let's create a raid and see who we're gonna be dropping in on. So we got CMV. Let's go ahead and do CMV real quick. Thank you guys for stopping by, and we will be seeing you tomorrow. Oh, okay. Let me show you Black Panther.
I didn't see your Black Panther.
Yeah. Let me get it.
Give him a second here, Custom Cuts. He's going to grab it for you.
All right, so here's Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter. And then Black Panther.
He's a dang for Martian Manhunter.
You're.
Got like a whole bunch of eyeballs on that Black Panther.
I did that. I was very proud of this one.
Dude, the background came out super immaculate.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's a chef's kiss. So.
I did these ones on live too, for the most part. Like I did a lot of the coloring on live, and then I did this mummy one, but this was kind of like I needed to practice, so. I did that one. I was proud of that too. But not like these two. I hit a whole new level when I did this. And from that point on, I've been trying to knock out these freaking sketch covers. So look at me. Trying to be like you, bro.
Like who?
Like Custom Cut.
Like Custom Cut? Yeah. You're going to get 200 of them here shortly.
Heck yeah. Slowly but surely.
He missed that one show, but he says that's also top shelf.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, you guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Joe's show. And we're going to be talking, chilling, hanging out, doing some art. We're watching Joe do art. You don't have a sketch done already, do you, Joe?
Nope.
So we'll just figure out who he's going to do. The time is going to be 11:30.
1:30 Central Time. So
11:30 Pacific time.
Where do you live at, Custom Cut? East Coast, West Coast?
I think he's over by you, closer. He's not in the West Coast. I know he's got a West Coast number though.
East Coast, so it'll be like 2:30 your time. Yeah, so it'll be 2:30 because it's 1:30 my time.
Oh, he's in Maryland.
I'm here in Iowa.
For sure, for sure. All right, you guys. We're gonna raid CMV. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Have fun, guys.